It started as a whisper, a creak here, a hairline fissure there, little things I chalked up to age and weather. My bridge was small, a single-lane timber span that crossed the creek on my property and connected the county road to the back pasture. I'd driven it 1,000 times, hauling hay, feed, and the occasional tractor. It had character, it had history, and it had always been mine to care for. Then one morning, the neighbor's contractor rolled a cement truck across it, big, heavy, and humming like an angry bull. I watched from the porch as it lumbered over the planks, and I felt the bridge shudder under that weight in a way I'd never felt before. A month later, 2 cement trucks, then 3. A pour at a lot down the road, they said. The HOA needed a driveway widened, they said. No one asked me. No permit, no warning. Just concrete and rubber tires, grinding my bridge into someone else's shortcut. I talked to the HOA politely at first. I walked into their meeting, handed over coffee, and explained that the bridge's load rating wasn't designed for sustained heavy truck traffic. I showed them the old builder's notes and the county's map with right-of-way lines. They smiled, nodded, and then promptly sent a cheerful email the next week announcing they contracted a paving company trucks would be crossing for community improvements. Karen, of course, chaired the meeting like it was her coronation. Her eyes glinted when she said improvements. To her, improvements were easy money and faster access. Fences and bylaws were for other people. I called the county engineer. I called my insurance agent. I called a friend who's a retired structural tech. I took pictures. I counted the trucks. I documented axle loads, the times they came, and how many traversals they made in an afternoon. I sent emails. I left voicemails. I even offered to meet with the HOA and their contractor to find a solution that kept the bridge safe. They thanked me politely and then ignored me. Two things happen when someone in power ignores you. Either you give in or you make them visible. I chose the second, but I also decided to play fair. I wasn't going to block anyone or do anything to damage equipment or people. I just wanted the truth to be undeniable. If the HOA was going to treat my bridge like a free option, I would make the consequences transparent in public with professionals and with the law on my side. That was the trap they wouldn't see coming. First, I stabilized the facts. I hired a local structural inspector, a small independent firm that inspects bridges for counties when funds run thin. They came out within a week, walked the span, measured the sag, and pointed out rot and missing bolts in the stringers. Nothing dramatic yet, he said, but certainly not a place for repeated 40, 00080, 000 loads. He put his observations on letterhead and emailed a formal recommendation. Restrict heavy vehicles and require a county-level assessment before any more crossings. I saved that file like a small, sharp tool. Next, I started filming. Not sensational clips, just steady, time-stamped footage. A motion camera on the tree at the bridge's entrance, my phone on the hood of the truck, night footage with the county inspector's lights in one corner. Every cement truck that rolled over the bridge went on camera. I annotated each clip with date and time. I logged license plates. I documented when the trucks idled on my property. I recorded the noise, the planks flexing, the dust, and the driver's surprised faces when a plank creaked loud enough to make him swear. If they were going to claim community need, I would show what that need actually did. But footage and a report were not enough to force action. We live in a world of polite inaction, letters that collect dust, warnings that disappear in inboxes. You need pressure where people notice it. So I pulled together a list of stakeholders: the county engineer who had already promised to look, the local paper's community editor who loved homeowner drama, the environmental group that worried about siltation in the creek, and a regional TV crew that occasionally did human interest investigations. I called each one, told them calmly what was happening, and sent the inspector's report and my video logs. The first few calls were met with "we'll see." The more calls I made, the stranger it felt watching my problem turn into a chorus. Meanwhile, I did something else. I repaired the obvious hazards on the bridge the right way. I tightened bolts, replaced a rotten plank on the walkway side, and put up a clearly worded sign: Bridge load limit, no trucks over 8 tons. I took a photo of the sign, then sent it to the HOA board with a polite note. This is a temporary safety measure pending county inspection. They ignored the note. Ironically, the sign annoyed them. It read like a challenge. Good. Let them scoff. They should have read the engineering memo instead. Then I made the plan public. I scheduled a bridge safety demonstration, not a protest, not a lynch mob, but an official, structured event. I mailed invitations. County engineer, inspector, local environmental officer, HOA president, the contractor who'd been bringing cement trucks, the paper, and the local news van. The letter was neutral, formal, and unremarkable.